Okay, now my students, here we are proceeding looking on the role of the auxin hormone. Whereby here we are saying that the auxin hormone, they exhibit the growth of the lateral buds, hence promoting apical dominance. So the lateral buds are occurring within a plant is due to the presence of the auxin hormone. But not only that, the auxin hormone promote the apical dominance, the length of a tree. Naona mti mrefu sana. Kwa sababu gani? There is auxin hormone that promote the elongation within a plant. And another function here, or another role of the auxin, we can say that they promote lateral and the adventitious root development of the growth. Meaning that the adventitious root, they are found within monocot plant. A good example of monocot plant is a Z maize, or we can say that maize. So kwenye maize ndipo ambapo unakutana hizi adventitious root. So the growth of that adventitious root are aided by the presence of the auxin hormone, whereby it causes the elongation or the lateral elongation and the growth of the adventitious root. Another role of this the auxin hormone, we can say that they regulate specific protein synthesis in the seed as they develop within the flower after pollination. So also they are responsible for regulating specific protein which are responsible for synthesis of the seed when they develop within a plant for pollination. So that is the work, or that is the function that is provided by this auxin hormone. Another role of this auxin hormone, we can say that they stimulate development of the fruit without fertilization, that is parthenocapy. Underline the word parthenocapy. That is a development of the fruit without fertilization. That is artificial development of the fruit without fertilization. Hapa sasa hamna mambo ya pollination. Whereby there is introduction of the chemicals within a plant body. That chemical, it contains the auxin hormone. So introduction of auxin hormone within a plant is whereby it can cause fertilization of a plant and thereafter production of the fruit. That role is due to the presence of the hormone. It causes that role of the auxin hormone. So it called the parthenocapy, artificial introduction of the auxin hormone within a plant. Thereby, it will cause the fertilization to occur within a plant without pollination, without involving the pollination, that is transfer of the pollen grain from the anther of a male flower to the stigma of the female flower. So in the parthenocapy, we only introduce the auxin hormone within a plant. Thereafter is whereby we can see the fruit within a plant. Another role, we can say that they exhibit abscission in the leaves and the roots. The fruit. In exhibit abscission, inazuia yale majani yasiweze kuanguka kwa wepesi kutoka kwenye yale matawi yake. Abscission of the leaves and the fruit. Yale matunda unakuta yapo tu kwenye mti yana hang. Kwa sababu gani? There is a presence of auxin hormone. Kwa yanazuia yale matunda au yale majani yaliyokuwa kwenye mti au kwenye mmea yasiweze kuanguka kwa urahisi zaidi. So that is the role of the auxin hormone which is found within a plant body. My student, will finish up by looking at this role, that is preventing abscission of the leaves and the fruit. Now I would like to take you through the application of the auxin in the crop seed production. On how can we apply with this auxin hormone within a crop and can produce different kinds of changes or different kinds of effects. What are those effects? This is where now we are going to see. So we are applying the auxin hormone within a plant. So we are saying that auxin can be synthesized for agricultural use. So hii auxin ipo ile natural within a plant, lakini auxin pia inaweza ikatengenezwa within the lab so that we can get this artificial auxin hormone. And whereby the auxin now which is synthesized is whereby it can be introduced within the agriculture. Inatumika sana kwenye agriculture. So it is proven fact that synthetic auxin are more useful and cheaper than natural auxin. So ukiangalia ile synthetic auxin, ile inayotengenezwa, inakuwa ni rahisi sana kuipata, lakini apart from the usefulness, and also it is cheaper than natural auxin. Ile natural auxin inatokea kwenye tree yenyewe inakuwa ni high cost ukicompare tu na ile natural artificial auxin or synthetic auxin. So now when we are talking about synthetic auxin, play the following role in the agriculture. Inakuwa inafanya kazi zifuatazo kwenye agriculture. Kilimo tunatumia sana hii auxin hormone. How? Now the first function, or we can say that the first role of auxin or synthetic auxin in agriculture, we can say that it promotes fruit setting. That is the synthetic auxin such as indolebutyric acid, that is IBA, that is IBA, and naphthalene acetic acid, that is NAA, that is NA, are used to promote fruit setting. Kupangilia yale matunda. Unakuta kwenye mmea tu mdogo alafu na matunda mengi yapo kwenye ile level inayohitajika. Ile inatumika kwa sababu there is introduction of the auxin hormone within a plant body that is used in the fruit setting. Matunda yanapatikana mengi sana ndani ya mti mmoja. Kwa sababu gani? Kwa sababu tu kunakuwa na introduction of this synthetic auxin. So the fruit setting, a series of the changes take place after fertilization in the ovary, resulting into development of the fruit. So baadaye sasa ndipo ambapo development of the fruit inaendelea, yale matunda yanakuwa kwenye ile standard inayohitajika. Kama maembe yanakuwa kwenye ile standard inayohitajika, ni makubwa, mazuri, yana rangi nzuri. Kwa sababu gani? Ni kwa sababu tu kuna introduction of this auxin hormone that will cause setting within the fruit. Unakuta matunda yamejaza ndani kwa sababu tu ya hii auxin hormone, that is synthetic auxin. And auxin can be used for setting some fruit such as tomatoes, nyanya, peppers, resulting into a production of the fruit without fertilization. That is, we can say parthenocopy. Una introduce this synthetic auxin hormone within a plant, thereby will cause the ripening of this fruit without fertilization. Hakuna fertilization, sijui pollination, wadudu, sijui hakuna. So this we are using only auxin hormone, introduction of auxin hormone within a plant body, thereby will cause the ripening of the fruit without fertilization. So for example, we have this NAA can also be controlled pre-harvesting fruit drop and fruit thinning in the various crops such as the apples. So now for example, this of the auxin hormone inatumika sana kwenye growth of the yale matunda ambayo yanaitwa matufaa, apples. So we are using this auxin hormone so that it can cause harvesting fruit drop. Yani yale matunda yanakuwa na remain kwenye mti wake, hayaanguki ovyo. Kwa introduction of that auxin hormone, it will cause this fruit to remain within the tree without falling off. So that is the role of the auxin. And another role of the auxin hormone, we can say that it promotes rooting in cutting auxin. Meaning it promotes root in cutting. So auxin, for example, IBA and this NAA are very effective in stimulating growth and development of the root cutting. So pale ambapo utakuwa umekata mti, mzizi. So introduction of this synthetic auxin haiwezi kasababisha ule mti ukapoteza ile nature yake au ukapotea kabisa. So it's due to the presence of this auxin hormone. So in commonly we can say that applying the crop seed that are propagating through the stem cutting. For example, cassava. So when we are taking the cassava tree, thereafter applying this abscisic acid, for example, applying this auxin hormone, it will cause stimulation of growth of a root. And also this form of sexual reproduction ensure that no change can occur in the genetic makeup in the plant. So it will not affect genetic makeup of a plant. So it endelea to produce the same fruit within the tree. But also another function or another application that is the weed killer. So for example, we have this synthetic acid is used as the selective weed killer as it kills broadleaf plant species, especially dicotyledons. So also this auxin hormone, they are used in the weed killer. So when you are applying this auxin hormone, it used to kill all of the weeds that can cause or that can affect the growth of a normal plant. And hence now we can say that it is used in removing dicotyledons weeds in the cereals monocot crops. Thereby we use the benzoic acid also used as a powerful weed killer. Thus they cause use against deep rooted weeds. For example, umepanda mahindi alafu unakuta kuna majani tu yasiyoeleweka, monocot branch yameota. So applying this benzoic acid, that is the form of auxin hormone, it will help to kill those weeds. Tunaongelea yale magugu. Kwa hiyo yanaondolewa ndani ya shamba kwa ajili ya kuapply this benzoic acid, or we can say that auxin hormone in general. And another function that is preventing sprouting the potatoes, that is phenoxyacetic acid is used to remove the sprouting in the potatoes. That is, it is also used to prevent the premature falling of the fruit and leaves in the crops. So hapa tumesema kwamba haya matunda au the presence of this fruit inasaidia sana ku remove ile sprouting of the fruit, matunda siweze kuoza kwa urahisi. So applying this synthetic auxin hormone, it can help to remove those sprouting tomatoes. Yale nyanya ziweze zikaoza kwa urahisi, pia ziweze zikadondoka chini kwa urahisi zaidi. So now hapa tunaweza kusema kwamba also inatumika ku prevent premature falling of the fruit. Unakuta tunda halijakomaa lakini unakuta linaanguka. Lakini due to the presence of this auxin hormone is whereby it used to prevent premature falling of the fruit before it has already grown up or it is already mature. So now my students, those are the uses of the auxin hormone in agriculture. So I would like to welcome you again into the next session, whereby there we are going to see a new thing or a new hormone that is called the gibberellin hormone. And by saying so, thank you for following us at Educator TZ, and bye bye. Have a nice moment.